Turkish series are very popular across the globe, and many of us watch them with our family and kids. But did you know that there are some series you should not be watching with your kids? Do you know that there are some Turkish series that will have a negative effect on your kids if they see them? Well, in this video, I will be going over some of the Turkish series that should not be watched with your children. But before we start, I've noticed that most of you guys that watch my videos are currently not subscribed to the channel. So please, if you like the videos and you enjoy them, please make sure to subscribe as it really helps out a lot. Number 1. Yasak Elma, Forbidden Apples series. This series started in 2018 and currently they are shooting the 6th season, which will be the last season of the series. The Yasak Alma follows the story of a girl who dreams of becoming rich, and her story began with betrayal, deception, and luxury, and became even bolder day by day. The main characters of this series are constantly making evil plans to achieve their goals, and do not hesitate to do anything. And of course, all the incidents and the whole story occurs in a sort of comedy format and a luxurious form, and this is why this series has gained so many happy fans across the world. Number 2. Berzamanlar Çukurova, Better Lands. This series started in 2018 and still it's going on, and the basis of its storyline is lies, threats, violence, and betrayal. To gain what they want, the characters resort to lies, threats, and violence during the series, no matter how destructive their behaviors are. And besides all of this, in this series we have witnessed betrayal many times, from housekeeper to the man and the lady of the house. But the negative points of this series do not end here, and we also have witnessed fraud, murder, and even rape many times in the series. Number 3. Aşk Mamnu, Forbidden Love. Aşk Mamnu is one of the most popular Turkish series in Turkey and abroad, which was made in 2008. And it's based on the story of betrayal and the forbidden loves of the many characters. Number 4. Sadaksız, The Unfaithful series. The Unfaithful series, which has a large audience, was produced in 2020 and its broadcast still continues. It's interesting to know that this series is an adaptation of a Korean series called The World of the Married, which of course it's based on the Dr. Foster's series. This series became controversial with its first teaser and was criticized. The story is about a woman who at the peak of her happiness realizes that her husband is cheating on her and her life turns upside down. In this series, we witness betrayal, revenge, affairs, and violence. Number 5. Tell Me About the Black Sea. This series was made in 2018 and it quickly became one of the most watched series in Turkey. It was sold to other countries and even sooner than expected. The story of this series is about a woman who was sold for money, and now she decides to put an end to this injustice that happened to her. But from the first episode of the series, we witness scenes that explicitly show beatings, torture, and violence against women, and many criticize the series for normalizing violence against women. Number 6. The Unforgettable. This series was produced in 2009. It's about a man who is stuck between two loves, and who are they? Two sisters. The series was criticized for showing betrayal, deception, and loving two people at the same time as a normal thing. Broken Heart. The broadcast of this popular series started in 2019 and it has 3 seasons. From the very first episode, this series showed humiliation and violence against women, which with a complex script, and we are always facing a plot and a new threat and deception. The story of this series is based on revenge. In this series, we see all kinds of violence, physical and mental violence, that not only men commit against women, but also women commit on themselves. Number 8. Kara Savda, The Endless Love. This series was made in 2015 and attracted a lot of viewers in its time. The story of this series is about two young people from two different worlds who fall in love with each other but do not know that they are never going to get together. So many things will happen to them in the way of love, betrayals that happen to them, like a piece of cake, and violence, threats, and revenge. In the end, the series ends with a bitter ending. That is, the series is made to get on the viewer's nerves and just crush the soul of the audience, from the beginning to an end. Number 9. Tulip Age. This series, which started in 2010 and continued until 2014, is about the unhealthy relationships and deceptions of two families, and the whole story is full of tricks, conspiracies, quarrels, and betrayals, and there are so many illegitimate children in this series that it's not clear at all who is really whose child. This series has shown affairs as normal, which for sure has destructive effects on society. Number 10. Life Will Go On. This series, which was produced in 2011, is another complete package of immoral behaviors, things like infidelity, polygamy, violence, addiction, forced marriage, and child abuse. So did you guys watch any of these series? If so, did you watch them with your kids? Please let us know in the comments.